Welcome back to episode 355 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast.
Put a couple of dumb Minnesotans behind a mic, sprinkle in a crazy Canadian, and it's a Gongshow Super Show.
Hello, boys. How are we?
Go ahead, Louis.
Tired.
We've had a snowstorm.
I just woke up from a nap. I feel great. A little groggy, but I feel terrific.
As I always feel to be the counterbalance. It's our last show of 2025. Very proud of the fact that we did not miss a single Monday or Thursday podcast upload in this year, assuming one of us doesn't drop dead in the next hour and the show never gets uploaded. But let's be positive.
Why would you say that? That's insane. Oh, my God, dude. Jeez, I need to watch commercials here. Oh, my God, that's horrible.
Go easy on the donuts tonight, Philip.
Ooh.
I actually messaged Hasselhoff. He closed at 11, McDonald's manager, to grab his Papa donuts. And I always say, listen, just go through one drive-through. If they don't have donuts, don't worry about it. And the good lad always goes to 4 or 5 of them, right? Well, yesterday he actually only went to 1. I was devastated when he came home.
Oh,
Brushed. Yes, I only had chocolate cake and I had no donuts to wash it down.
Oh, the disappointment you must have felt. Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Louis, can you give him a virtual hug or something?
I pre-planned the donut thing today. Sunday.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
my last donut chocolate day.
Winding down the year. It is somebody's special's birthday yesterday, yesterday, for when you're listening to this. It's the Baba Louis. It's his 20th birthday.
Yep. Plus 20.
That's good.
Yeah. How are you feeling? You feel older? Wiser?
No.
More,
No.
How's your musculature?
Come again?
Literature or muscular?
Musculature. No, did you ever listen to
Nope.
going back to the Howard Stern show, the guy from Star Trek, George
Clooney?
Oh, he played Suno. I don't know Star Trek, but he would always go on and talk about musculature.
No, I'm not sure. I'm a little embarrassed.
Okay.
I do like Star Trek. I don't know.
Well,
I do
mine's
not,
fine.
But okay. World Juniors going on right now. Are we happy with our team's performance to date?
I had like a few less goals against my guys, but very excited to watch some hockey after this podcast. How about you boys? You guys are going, aren't you, soon?
Today, we pick up California Dave from the airport, and we head to the vaunted clash of the colossal teams, United States and Slovakia.
Excited.
Will we see Cole Hudson, or he took a puck to the face, didn't he, last game?
Against Germany?
Against
No.
Switzerland,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Had to go to the hospital, but he was back in the locker room by the end of the game, I think. So hopefully it's okay. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit worried about the Tendy situation with Team Canada?
Well, the first game wasn't the best. Sorry, we let in 5 goals. And then, it was only 1 goal against Latvia. I believe 2-1. Yeah, it was 2-1 against Latvia. But I'm just used to us dominating, right? It's not domination anymore. So it is what it is. The world caught up. Excited tournaments. It's going pretty good. You guys, what was it? 2-1 Switzerland? I forget. You guys beat Switzerland?
I think so. Louis had a watch.
Beat the snot out of Denmark, eh?
Oh,
or was
really?
it 8-2, 7-2 or something?
Oh.
Wild. Yeah.
Yeah, Louis had a watch party at his house on Saturday, and we had dueling banjos with TVs going. On one screen was the Minnesota Wild, who had an amazing comeback victory against the Winnipeg Jets, who always have our number. We never do well against
That was a
the
great
Jets.
game. Great game.
All our big guns were cooking. Boldy, Quinnesota, and Kirill Kaprizov had all great games. So
That
was
third
exciting.
period, I didn't watch the first 2. I needed a pick-me-up after my loser Sens lost to the bigger loser blue team. But anyways, I don't want to talk about it. I needed a pick-me-up, so I watched your third period. I was happy for you guys. At least something good happened that night.
That dang Logan Stanley is a thorn in our side. Every time something goes down against the Jets, he's involved in. Maybe it's the same with every team. If you notice the same when he plays the Senators or anyone listening and watching out there, that guy is our nemesis. He's the one that hurt Kaprizov and made him miss Louis, like a month or two, a couple years ago.
That's not good. Nicholas Backstrom was on Washington. He was a Sens killer. He would smile the whole game. He played us every time. He's like, I don't know. Pucks would just go in. Nicholas Backstrom would just pop them in against us. Same with Matthews. They seem to go in quite easy with him. Putts.
At one point, we don't have a lot of tough guys anymore on our team, but Jake Middleton, who's a favorite of mine, he's a third pairing defenseman.
Come on, a mustache. Come on.
He's got a beard now.
Oh, no.
I know. It's not as good. Well, anyways, he had a little tete-a-tete with Logan Stanley, and he was punching up. It's like, heck, that's a big dude. Holy cow. But
he's a turd, Logan? You don't like him. Yeah.
I'm sure I'd love him if he was on our team. I just don't, because he's always hurting our guys. Thank you for having the watch party, Baba Louie. Happy birthday. Again, you had,
sure.
Before we get through the rest of our announcements, you had something you wanted to bring up, Louie?
Oh, gosh, I wrote this so long ago, I forgot. Yeah, one of those give credit where credit's due. First, I need to say they're not a sponsor or a partner of the show, but when a company does right by a customer, in this hobby for sure, it's worth pointing out. I bought some Pro Mold 4th Gen. I don't know what you call them. We'll just say one touches or whatever. But they don't have the magnet in the middle. They got the two little doohickeys, and it goes on there, and I absolutely love them.
Thank you for being technical.
Yep, doohickeys, everybody will know. But I bought them on Amazon, and I bought a 5-pack, and 2 of them had like these dime-size scratches on them, almost in the same place. And I was going through all the process on Amazon for a return, and it told me to reach out to ProMold, and I thought that was kind of odd because the company I bought them from wasn't ProMold. It was on Amazon, but it was just some guy's shop or whatever that they ship from. Well, for the heck of it, I wrote the letter, and I get an email.
Did it start, my dearest Pro Mold? It's been a long summer here on the front lines, and the battle's going well.
My Moldy Pro.
No, but
threw my curveball there, Josh.
Yeah, don't talk like that.
Go ahead, Louie.
But it ended up being the VP reaching out to me, Ed Nugebauer Jr. I think his name is, but super cool guy in email text typing.
Yeah.
But he wanted me to send pictures of them, and so I did, and he saw those, and he's like, you didn't buy them from us. You got them on Amazon. Don't buy them from Amazon anymore. Please buy them from me. They wouldn't have come off our line this way. I don't know how this happened, but give me your address, and I'm going to ship you new ones.
Like the Pro Mold Final Boss guy? The Pet Poopa?
The dragon at the end of the
guy,
challenge?
He's up there. So he's a person of merit.
So I just thought I'd give a shout out because he didn't have to do that in any way. I didn't buy him from him. I bought him from some other guy and on Amazon. But hey, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. Good way to go, Pro Mold.
Way to go.
Doing right by your customers. Love that. Well, Phil, you had to suffer through on Saturday night your beloved Ottawa Senators losing to the blue team, and then now you get to recap Friday nights with Phil, where you got to open a box of 2012 Flair Retro. How did that go?
Why do I have to recap it? I opened a very spendy box, a very special box.
Yeah.
It didn't go the best way I wanted it to, but I enjoyed the experience. That's a lie. Okay. Yeah, I was too nervous all day or something. I built it up. The first box I got to keep the Crosby. It was only like a $300 to $500 card. It's like, well, Phil, you minimum spent $1,500 extra. It's like, yeah, I don't care. I got a cool card and a memory. The only memory I got with my second box, which I don't know what else I was expecting. I'm being super silly if I was expecting a different outcome. I preach it all the time, right? What did you want to be, an entrepreneur? So I didn't hit anything really good. This is kind of my beef. On one of the greatest insert sets of all time, I only hit one numbered card. So I don't even have a really good trader in there. Even Josh was like, no, the cup card. There's a certain cup parallel. Very few of them are not numbered. Yeah, that my luck, I got not numbered. So anyways, if anyone needs a Playmakers Theater, Mary Lemieux, let me know.
Me. No,
I know,
no.
Josh, you're getting it. It's fine. Anyways, yeah, we had Carter on and Victoria was on and Dave was on and we talked and we brought some things up and we had a Friday night. So tune into this Friday night for Jay and his wife, Jennifer. We think that's her name, but tune in Friday to find out if that's really her name. And if it's not her name, it's David's fault. And I will not be opening boxes of hockey cards. I will be enjoying the company of my friends. That's it.
Okay, on-air negotiation here.
Right.
The last 3 sales of a Mario Lemieux Playmakers Theater, BGS 9, 186, 250, raw 110. This is all US. I will pay you 250. I'll pay you 275.
I'll just give it to you. Can you give me something it's an IOU. It's an IOU. You might want to keep that one.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah, come on. It all works out in the wash.
They're as good as money.
Yeah, they're as good
It'll
as
be
money.
more special to me knowing that I will own the best card from your most depressing box.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll look really amazing in your top loader binder, and I know how happy it'll make you. And
I'll just get it graded and really make.
That's all right. Behave yourself.
Okay.
Because we know that's how Josh rolls.
Yeah, especially when his wife isn't around. Turbo 8-year-old. Jenny's not here. Farting jokes and booby jokes.
All right, Phil and Louie. Why don't you start off the new year right by protecting what you love the most, not your family, your hockey cards. Theft in the hobbies increasing by the day. Houses like mine are falling apart. And set a dryer fire. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about that. Holy cow.
Oh,
okay.
Lucky us.
No. PSA. Not the grading company. No more grading talk. Public service announcement.
What's the square footage? What's the square footage of your home?
4,000.
Too much.
4,000?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I almost lost
That's a big home. That's a big home.
It's not that big. I almost lost my house. I have no idea. We are so lucky. It's unbelievable. Here's the PSA, and then I'll tell the backstory. Get your dryer vents clean. Ours were, but also every 2 years, take the back panel off your dryer and clean out the lint. Because here's what happened. Last Sunday morning, we drove to Hibbing, Minnesota, where the God's chosen people are from, to celebrate my family Christmas. It's true.
A little too much eggnog in the big boy.
And my wife was washing my daughter's comforter and thought, oh, well, I don't want to leave it wet for 3 days while we're up north. I will throw it in the dryer and then we'll leave. I know you're not supposed to do that, but we did it. And then we come back home on the Tuesday, the day before Christmas Eve, Tuesday evening, and unload the car. My wife goes in, checks the comforter in the dryer, and it's still a little damp. Starts the dryer, and 15 minutes later, the dryer starts on fire. And I'm at Baba Louie's house, mind you. We're slab sharks in it. And I get a call from my daughter saying, our house is on fire. The fire department's here.
It's not funny.
She's 17. It was a little dramatic there. But so I was like, oh, I guess I have to leave, Louie, and raced home. And sure enough, so what happened was we have a gas dryer. There's an internal exhaust, and lint had somehow got in the innards.
Caked,
in the
eh?
bowels,
She got caked.
in the bowels of the dryer and caked and started on fire. But here's the wild thing. Remember, I started by saying that a few days earlier, we had started the dryer and then left to northern Minnesota. Had the dryer started fire one more time before, the fire department said our house would be gone.
Does Ava, in typical teenage girl fashion, think you tried to kill her while you went to Louie's? You tried to kill me.
It's not great because she's kind of a nervous Nelly about like health, and she checks the expiration date of everything she pulls out of the fridge every single time, and she gets like her ear hurts and she has cancer and all, so it's a little bit of having to kind of coach her through. But obviously we're very, very lucky, and don't ever start your dryer, go to bed. Don't start your dryer, leave the house. Seriously, the fire marshal flat out said our house would be gone. It was kind of cool though to see the tools that these guys use. Like they had like these like handheld video camera with screens that they can like, it's like X-ray vision that Superman would have. They can peek in the walls and see if there's fire in walls and stuff like that. And they had all these kind of cool gadgets, and they were very nice people. So much love to the Farmington Fire Department for just a very scary situation. So we've been talking about this in our Discord a little bit, but yeah, there's my PSA there. So
Do you ever see
lucky.
the movie? Well, that's good, Josh. I'm very happy for you and your family, and try not to hurt your children again. I'm kidding,
Okay.
Ava. Josh loves you very much. Have you seen Backdraft? It's one of the greatest movies ever.
That's Ron Howard, right?
Backdraft is, I don't know who directed that movie. I know all the actors in it, but I'm not. You got William Baldwin, Russell, De Niro, Donald Sutherland. It's an excellent movie. Yeah, Rebecca De Mornay. Woo! Yeah.
Okay, and now just allow me to say one more thing about this and be petty for a second. So we pick out our dryer is done, and so we pick out a new dryer. It was $950, right? And it's the one that's going to make everyone happy in the family. So I go add the dryer to cart, and by the time you have delivery, installation, haul away the old one, and a pedestal, because they change the pedestal, Whirlpool does every time they make a new dryer, it was $1,750. It was like, well, what just happened?
Yeah.
The dryer goes from $950 to there's life. Homeownership.
Read the fine print. What's the third thing? Everything comes in threes. So now you have your.
We've been going around saying like a fork broke, and maybe that's like the third. Trying to get lucky.
I think it's escalated, right? Every time. Like I think next will probably be like flashing on your roof. It should be probably like $7,000 to $8,000. I think.
Yeah, great. Well, yeah, I'm $10,000 in the last 2 weeks.
Can't wait for that story.
Yeah, here we go. Don't expect many great personal pickups in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So
I rent, so I used to be a homeowner, not no more.
So there's
I'll
like a
live for you.
4-minute detour on houses falling apart. But again, be mindful of your dryer. Your collections are special and vulnerable. Coverage from private collection insurance is flexible and is very cost effective. You will breathe deeper and sleep easier knowing your cards are covered. Do yourself a favor, schedule a consultation with Enzo Ferrari and the team at PCI to see what a policy looks like for your PC or hobby business. And you can schedule that appointment at privatecollectioninsurance.com. JP Sports is the official breaking partner of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast. Treat yourself right, end the year, and get some spots with Grant from GP Sports Cards. Join some of the hottest breaks going this side of the hockey hobby, right, Phil?
You got it.
What do you think makes Grant such a good and special breaker? If you had to throw some qualities out there.
He's got a good voice. He's a good lad, comes from a good family. He knows his hockey. It's funny hearing him pronounce the names because he gives full effort, and there's still super jerks out there that, I don't know, where the data points give them personal power and hollow confidence, so they attack him. So anyways, I know it always goes back to me being a moderator. I'm a moderator in the group. He's a great, you always get your card. He's not gonna swindle you. He's very honest, very truthful. He's growing. I've seen him mature in the last few years, just alone and behind the curtain. I've seen him handle situations better and better and better business every year. And he's one of the best. He's a diamond dealer. He gets the allocation. So you can always know that he's got the product to rip. And he's a collector himself. Mm-hmm. So he knows his cards. It's not just about the money.
I would throw in there consistency. He's kind of a psychopath, similar to how we are in making our shows, in that if he had to break from the porta potty of an Argonauts game, he would do it, right? Like we'll get up at 3 a.m. to record this podcast if it's the only time to do it. And
he would do it.
And consistency is really important when you're.
Here's another big thing that people don't talk about, or it's not really a valued quality these days, because I know gouging is more respected and kind of the norm business thing. He doesn't gouge people. Listen, if you're rolling your eyes and, it's break prices, and his break prices are on par with the breakers in my area and they all get along, and that's not my business. So I'm not going to start doubling down and start hooting and hollering about breakers prices. Grant sells thousands of singles a year, and he deals with thousands of people a year, and builds relationships, and has to look in the eyes and shake hands many times of the year. Those interactions are top tier. Top tier. He might not talk about the weather all the time, but he's very easy to approach, and I think that is a great sign for a young man in business.
His father did well.
His father did well, yeah. Well, you should meet the other one. I mean, I'm building Grant up a little bit. The other,
Now it's
I'm
fair
trying to shine him up. I don't have to shine. His brother's crazy. His brother's like, anyway, yeah.
Golden child.
Golden boy.
Well, you can get on the action, get your spots at gpsportcards.com. Grant breaks most Wednesday and Friday nights from the GP Sports Cards YouTube channel. You can also find GP on Whatnot, and Grant wants to buy your cards too. Hit him up on Instagram if you have a collection to sell. He pays top dollar, and it's a good way to move a lot of cards at once. Again, much thanks to Grant and their team for support of our show. I'm looking forward to expanding our relationship in 2026. More on that soon. Lastly, but not leastly, our show, this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, is a Patreon podcast. We do rely on the support of listeners and watchers like yourself to help us cover show expenses, produce more and what we hope to be better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives in a small way to grow the hobby. You can support us via Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Be one of the first 999 supporters of our show. You get access to our Discord community, and a lot of great friendships are made there. Tons of stuff going on always. 5K challenge is about to start, so maybe get in there for that. You also get access to our Discord exclusive show Behind the Bench with our good friend and Expo mom, Neil. If you want to support us, just go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com. Click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. Search for Hockey Cards Gong Show. There's a link in the show description of both YouTube and podcast apps and our Instagram and TikTok profiles, too. We have one new patron today to shout out and thank him for his support, Baba Louie.
We do. Pack Breakers 231.
Welcome, Pack Breakers.
Welcome.
PB. Peanut butter. I love peanut butter. You guys like peanut butter?
Love it.
A little bit. I don't like jelly, though.
What is-
Anti-jelly.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly. Well, I don't eat jelly with a spoon. I eat peanut butter with a spoon. I don't think I'd like the texture of jelly on
Thank
its
you
own.
for your honesty.
You're welcome.
Baba
Welcome.
Louie, what's a game
Welcome.
plan?
Game plan is get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's who's hot and the struggle bus. After that, it's hobby news. Then we'll get into hobbies, biggest chases in 2025. Then it's new product releases, the Gongshow Mailbag with Phil, and personal pickups.
All right, we'll get cooking today with our Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're profiling every single Hockey Hall of Fame player. We started with the first Hall of Fame class of 1945 and have since been working our way to present day. Today, we're getting a little break from the founders of the game to learn about a player that's career is a little bit more modern, at least. And we're going to talk about Bill Mosienko. I think that's how you say his name.
Oh, look how happy he is. Oh, what
Yeah.
a happy guy. He's very
It's a
jolly.
great picture.
Yeah.
Any of you guys know anything about Bill?
No, I like him already, though.
William Mosienko lived from 1921 until passing away at the age of 72 years old in 1994. Bill was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, passed away there too, stood 5 feet 8 inches tall, played at 160 pounds. He was a right shot, right wing, and in a playing career that lasted from 1940 until 1959, Mosienko suited up for one team only, the Chicago Blackhawks. There's another picture, man. This was a happy dude. What a great smile.
Oh, yeah. This is a great guy.
Bill was a Lady Byng winner, played in 5 All-Star games, and was twice named to the NHL's second All-Star team. Mosienko would help bring professional hockey to his hometown in Winnipeg. He also founded a bowling alley in the city as well.
Nice.
It's good
Quite
on
a
you,
thing
Bill.
Quite a thing to be known for, eh?
Help build hockey and bowling at the same time.
I brought 10 pin into my town.
And he did leave a little bit of a hockey legacy. He had a grandson that played professional hockey as well. Why?
Can't be that good. We don't know who he is.
Yeah. Why you
Sorry.
should care about Bill Mosienko? Well, you don't have a grandson in the NHL, so there you go.
No. I can't wait to have grandkids. I'm very excited.
Bill grew up in Winnipeg's North End as a small speed-first winger who built his game around quick cuts and constant motion. In 1939-40, he played junior hockey with the Winnipeg Monarchs, looking like the kind of undersized scorer who could win with pace instead of power. The next year, he turned pro by signing with the Chicago Blackhawks organization, starting the climb that would keep him tied to one NHL sweater his entire big league career. By the mid-war years, he had established himself as a NHL regular in Chicago, right wing, right shot, built for the rush chances more than board battles. In 1943-44, everything popped. He put up a career best 70 points in 50 games, 32 goals, 38 assists, the kind of production that made him a true league-wide name. That same season, he helped drive Chicago all the way to the 1944 Stanley Cup Final, where the Hawks ultimately fell in a 4-game defeat, but Mosienko had announced he long belonged on hockey's biggest stage. In the 1940s, he teamed with Max and Doug Bentley to form the famous Pony Line, a smaller, faster trio that terrorized defenses with speed and touch. Oh, pony.
Play on words. Yeah, I get it.
In 1945, he paired elite offense with clean hockey, winning the Lady Byng Trophy, and he earned second All-Star team honors in 1945 and 1946, basically stamping star next to his name. At his Chicago peak, he stayed a fixture among the era's recognizable names, later being noted as a 5-time NHL All-Star while still playing the game with a gentlemanly reputation. On March 23rd, 1952, at Madison Square Garden, he produced hockey's ultimate "how was that even possible" moment, scoring at 6 minutes 9 seconds, 6 minutes 20 seconds, and 6 minutes 30 seconds in the third period for 3 goals in 21 total seconds of gameplay. The best part, it wasn't empty scoring. It sparked a wild comeback, and Chicago finished the job for a 7-6 win, while Mosienko's record became the gold standard for unbreakable. By the time his NHL run ended, he had spent 1942 to 1955 in Chicago with 771 games, 258 goals, 282 assists for 540 points. Huge totals for a player remembered most by casual fans for the 21-second burst.
And a bowling alley.
You share something in common. I've heard you're known for a 2-second burst, Phil.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Well, it's better than last time you said 1 second, so I'm improving. That's good.
You're improving.
Yeah.
In 1955, he came home to Winnipeg and immediately mattered, leading the Winnipeg Warriors to the 1955-56 Western Hockey League Championship, the Edinburgh Trophy, as a veteran star. He kept collecting recognition away from the ring, too, earning the Manitoba Order of the Buffalo Hunt.
What is Fred Flintstone in real life?
As a founding board member of the Manitoba Centennial Corporation, a sign of how big he was in his home province. The Hall of Famer label was literal. He entered the Hall of Fame in 1965, later also landing in the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame in 1980, died on July 9th, 1994, and an arena in Winnipeg was named for him. And his legacy kept rolling with honors like Manitoba's all-century first All-Star team in 2000.
Listen, not getting one penalty in an entire hockey season, I don't know. It's not a little telling. Like, I'm sure he's a man of great character, but I don't know if I'd be hacking darts with him or anything.
He's a nice
soon.
guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
There you go. Bill Mosienko's rookie card is in the 1951 Parker set, card number 49. The PSA 9 pictured high-selling copy sold for $2,629 US in 2013. Got that little bit of the snow spray going on there. Cool card.
How do you draw a snow spray? Just dot it, I guess. I don't know. We need an artist on the show. We need to get an artist.
Then there's 3 additional Mosienko Playing Days cards. The 1952 Parkhurst, where the PSA 9 pictured the highest seller, selling for $1,450 US in June 2021. The 1953 Parkhurst PSA 9 sold for $1,501 US in 2015. And then the 1954 Topps PSA 9 sold for $1,500 US in December 2019. Big fan of this card.
Yeah, that card's great. That set is amazing. 54 Topps was ahead of its time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
for sure. Well, that, boys, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Bill Mosienko.
Good job, Josh.
Good. Billy.
Good job, Billy.
Billy.
Well, boys, we're another week down in the 25-26 NHL season. There's a little break in the action for Christmas, but we still got some games in. Just because the NHL stops, we don't. We can't stop. We won't stop. and we're ready for a weekly check-in on who's hot and who's riding the struggle bus. All three of us have nominated a player for each, and I will start with my pick this week for who's hot, and I had to go with Lane Hudson. Over the past 2 weeks, Lane Hudson, or Shimmy Shakes, as we like to call him on our show, has been pretty good. He leads all NHL defensemen in scoring over that span, racking up 9 assists for 9 points in 6 games played. Pair that with being a +6 and averaging over 25 total minutes time on ice. And he's just a 21-year-old kid. On the season now, Hudson has 5 goals and 35 assists or 5 goals and 35 points.
It's a tough one. You can do it.
In 37 games played. I know, I'm struggling. And is a +7. He already has 103 points in just 121 career games. Not bad for the 30th pick in the second round of the 2022 NHL draft. Sounds like the Wild or Ottawa, we didn't need him.
Well, you probably sucked more back then. We don't know. These kids progress. Like 14 to 15 could be massive maturation for Hudson as 16 to 17 for somebody else. We don't know.
Maybe. Well, it sounds like he was terrible in college where he had only 97 points in 77 games on the blue line. So,
okay, well, okay, then what's the answer? See, you don't know.
We didn't need him. What's the answer? We don't need him.
I don't need that kid that scores all those goals.
And then last year, of course, he led all rookies in scoring,
goals.
Tied a rookie record with 60 assists, and won the Calder Trophy. Last year, he had a total of 6 goals, 66 points in 82 games. And this season, his 82-game pace is 11 goals and 78 points. So that would be a nice step up.
Is this who's hot for 2 years, or is this who's hot recently? What's going on here?
I'm giving context.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for the punchline.
Well, I'm leading up to a question. I want to play a game.
Okay. Oh,
we love games on this show.
Jigsaw. Let's go.
We're gonna pick all the NHL defensemen. We'll play together that we would draft ahead of Lane Hudson today, factoring in both age and how good of a player they are today as well.
Is this multiple choice? I'm not feeling very, right now.
No. Let's just come up with our list. Who would we take ahead of? So I have Baby Bobby Orr, of course, and Quinnesota, because they're a horse apiece, as we all know now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I would Jakey Poo. Would you take Jakey Poo ahead of
Lane
Hudson?
Yes. I would take Zach Werenski over Lane Hudson.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
What about
and Faber?
Miro Heiskanen?
I don't know enough about him. I would take Josh Morrissey over Lane Hudson.
Okay. You take Faber, Louis, over Lane Hudson. Okay.
I don't know about that. I've heard. I don't know about that.
I'm not going to agree or disagree with you. I'm torn on that one. Anyone else?
Oh my God, Josh is torn. Doesn't know who to pick.
I don't know.
Okay.
His car won't start.
Do you guys feel confident that Lane Hudson's going to be an all-timer at this point?
No, he's too. I want him to be. I want nothing, but I would love Lane Hudson to be the best defenseman in the whole league. That would make me so happy quietly. I wouldn't announce it too often, even though I guess I just did to all our 17 listeners. I think he's more, as someone who loves Carlson, I understand how these guys think. I don't. I'm trying to sound smart, but it's just not defensively gonna happen. Erik Karlsson is a phenomenal defenseman at the expense of his defense, right? So I feel Lane Hudson is cut from that cloth, right? A little bit. Like, I don't know.
I was telling Louis this on Saturday, Phil, that...
One second. It takes extraordinary talent to be an excellent defenseman more than being an excellent winger. I know that's not a revolutionary idea or anything, but it's a much harder position, much more cerebral, So Cale Makar, to me, is a much more skilled, talented hockey player than most elite forwards. Because of the
You don't want to mention Quinn Hughes either?
I make fun of Quinn Hughes a lot, but the more I watch him, he's pretty damn good. So I don't know enough yet to pick him over, but I think I picked the people I would. Yeah.
I was telling Louis this at his house on Saturday during his very fun watch party that when I was up north and I was chatting with my brother, who's like all knee deep into my nephew's hockey, and he's like going through all the levels of the USA Hockey coaching program now, how a big theme here in the U.S. is, and an objective of USA Hockey is much akin to basketball in the past 5-6 years or more is that they see hockey as going positionless.
Oh, really?
Where you have like guys like you're just talking about, like the difference between like with Hudson or Hughes and a wing is that kind of where they just kind of everybody can, if the puck's nearest to you, play it, and then the whole team will shift around position wise.
Yeah, I can see that, the evolution of the game. I mean, why we'd be ignorant to think it would stay the same, right? We're not that special, right? Everyone alive right now is like, oh my God, I'm so special. No, you're not.
No.
If you're listening, you're not special. Everyone's going to forget about you when you're dead. Everybody, including your kids after a while, right? We're not that special. The game will change, and that would be really cool. Like, what if a coach, all it takes is one coach, excuse me, all it takes is one coach to do something drastic, right? Like, not like Guy Boucher was drastic. He was actually the opposite of drastic. He was incredibly boring and obtuse, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. But Guy Boucher had different ideas. He had very different taboo ideas for the game of hockey. We need a gunslinger coach, a bit of a cowboy coach, to be like exactly what you said. You know what? Screw the positions a little bit, boys. Sure, yeah, we'll tell the media what we're doing, but in-house at practice, let's get creative. Let's get weird. You know, let's hang one guy back and put 4 in the neutral zone, but pinch a little behind our blue. Coach, why? I don't know. Let's try it. Like something weird like that, you know?
I think it's already happening. And USA Hockey's just now coming out and saying how they're going to put it on paper and
maybe
sell it to all the, organizations and stuff, because anytime in a game, you never know if you're breaking out of the zone, it could be anybody, F1, F2, F3. It could be 2 wings and a D, a center, a wing, and a wing, or whatever. Everybody knows the role of what you're supposed to do. And then, one wide, one at the front of the net, one high slot. And then everything changes from there depending on where the puck moves. But everybody should know those plays. And then when you get into the cycle thing, you got D's coming low, wings coming high, So I already think it's kind of happening. This is just USA Hockey saying, now we're going to put this on paper, and this is how we want you at the youth level to follow it.
Do you know what we're describing right now? To a T, like 40, 50 years ago, the Red Army, the way they played, the Russians. That's how they played. They played with no superstars, right?
Yeah.
They didn't. They played as a team, and hockey was that. They'd cycle the puck. Oh, Christ, I've seen 72 Summit Series. You can see it. Just watch it. I know you're American, but it's actually pretty good hockey. Better than your Miracle on Ice. Anyways, 2, okay, they're both good. I'm not trying to trash. Yeah, I know. Look at you. Hey, arrest him, FBI. Don't do that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the way the Russians played. So, maybe that's the way the game's going. You're still going to have superstars, though. You got to market the thing. Come on.
Yeah, no, the example my brother gave me was that where like they would typically teach kids, if you're a wing, you sit in the defensive zone on the wall. And if the puck's in the corner, it's the defenseman's job to get the puck. But now they're saying if you're the closest or clearest to get the puck, go get it. And the defenseman will slide up the wall. And you can outload it.
As they should.
Him.
Doesn't that make more sense, right? The better flow to it?
That's just normal, though. That's the way it
A good rhythm? Yeah. Well, it's everything's changing. My goodness, everything. Change is good.
Lane Hudson is a 24-25 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 1,418 with a 25% gem rate. Last sold for $447 US in December 26th. Pretty much flat over the past month, I would say. Up, though, about 28% since the start of the season. Still pretty strong at $450 US. Wow. Bob Louie, who did you nominate for Who's Hot?
Kind of went out on a limb here, but thought it was fair. Carter Verhaeghe's getting my nod at Who's Hot. Really hot recently, too. 6 goals, 5 assists in his last 10 games. That's 11 points with a +7 plus-minus, showing, strong offensive impact on the team. He's got multiple goals in key games, including scoring in victories and combining 2 momentum builds within this wonderful, hopefully not three-peat Florida Panthers team. His strong goal-scoring surge is coming at even strength, too, which is big. It's not just power play padding. He's got a high shot volume, averaging around 3 shots per game, showing he's driving his own offense. Panthers are clearly winning the goal battle when he's on the ice. He's a consistent top 6 player with steady minutes, keeping his confidence high. Big thing is net front and off rush scoring, not just perimeter stuff. But
word.
I know. But getting in those high danger areas and putting the puck in the net, his shoot first mindset lately fits a team in the Panthers that wants a lot of pace and a lot of pressure, which they play with. His positive goal differential mirrors Florida's recent winning stretch. And the Panthers, another tough one. Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
They're scoring in waves, and Verhaeghe has been part of those momentum swings. So fair to say that confidence is high for both Verhaeghe and them Florida Panthers. He fits in the who's hot because of his consistent goals and points and a strong stretch with goals in multiple recent games, just not one-off night and a couple big goals here and there. Back to the plus minus, staying positive, indicating he's also contributing in all situations and not just that pesky power play where a lot of guys seem to pad points.
Who'd you pick again? Carter
Verhaeghe.
There we go.
Mr. Verhaeghe is a 2022 Young Guns with a PSA 10 pop of 367 and a gem rate of 63%. Last sale was December 23rd for $37 US. December average sales are in the $31 range. He's got a 52-week high of 93, and the lowest it's gone is $16 US.
$16 for PSA 10. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that I think will never have a ton of hobby love, but everyone would want on their team. And you're like, check out the Panthers second line. You got Sam Bennett, the Rat, and Carter Verhaeghe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty dang good line 2.
Pretty good, dang good.
On an NHL team.
Much
Thank you,
deserved.
Baba Louie.
Yep.
All right, Phil, who did you pick?
All right, just like Louis, I picked an absolute nobody in our hobby, and I picked Jake Gensel. So, sorry if you're a big Jake Gensel collector.
Picked a total hobby loser. Jake
Yeah, I know. It's a great player, though. These are great hockey players, but hobby duds, you know? And look, listen to this. He's tracking towards another 40-goal campaign. Another 40 goal. The dude is quiet, sneaky good, boys. Gensel of your Tampa Bay Lightning. He's playing really, really good. Oh, I love that. It's great professionalism. Really, really good. Exceptionally well, we'll say. He's on a 4-game scoring streak with 6 points. That's 3 goals, 3 assists in 4 games. Not bad. He recently recorded his 600th NHL point in his 630th game.
Yeah, boy.
That's a very good hockey player. On December 27th, he scored a shorthanded goal to help the Lightning secure a 4-2 win over the Panthers. Big part of their team. Man, I hope that date's right. Since the beginning of November, he has delivered 13 goals. He's got 25 points in 25 games. It's on fire, man. On fire. And he's consistent. Or is he? He's been very reliable on the second line. How many teams would love to have him on the league, right? But how reliable is he? I should mention he had a bit of an injury-prone aura knock on him in March 2017, pretty early on in his career. He had a bad concussion. He missed 4 or 5 games there. He had a bad ankle injury in August 2023, 6 years later. It caused him to miss the beginning of the season 2 years ago in 23-24. He had shoulder surgery. Sorry, I skipped over one. He had shoulder surgery in 2019, and he was out 4 to 6 months as well. And then since all of that, he's had various upper body injuries. But since February of 2024, he's been pretty good. So, yeah, Jake Gensel is an excellent hockey player. I'd like to bring it up again.
Mm-hmm.
His raw Young Gun sells for $27 approximately American dollars. His PSA 10 pop count is 188 peanuts, or not peanuts, just very low. And it goes for about $110. It's a 44% gem rate. Kind of a weird looking young guns. That's not a fun picture to own. So maybe that's why the pop is low. But yeah, I always forget he played for Carolina too. I always forget that.
For a cup of coffee, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my pick though.
Thank you,
Kind
Phil.
of threw it in there a little bit. Yeah. Well, I don't want to pick all the same players all the time.
No.
That's what she said. Okay, Struggle Bus pulled up, ready to see who's riding it this week in the NHL. I had to go with Josh Doan in his last 6 games with your Buffalo Sabres, Baba Louie. Josh Doan has a mere 1 assist and has a -3. Is that
what a
good?
weird pick. It's an odd
Yeah.
pick. That's a weird one.
Well, it's coming off a stretch where the 23-year-old forward had 7 points in the prior 6 games, so he was on a heater.
Yeah, that's chance. That's just chance.
Well, on the season, the younger Doan, who's the son of Shane, now has 10 goals, 14 apples for 24 points in 37 games played, averaging just under 16 minutes time on ice. And it looks like Doan has been playing on Buffalo's top line with Tage Thompson and Peyton Krebs as of late too, and also on the first PP unit.
They're full of duties to do later.
Yeah. So he's had plenty of opportunities to shine. All this being said, so while Doan has been on the struggle bus for the past 6 games, the Sabres have been on a complete heater. They won all 6 of them.
Mm-hmm. And fired the coach.
Yeah, and are on an 8-game winning streak in total. Which got me thinking, this is sad, but I'm guessing now they won't be sellers at the trade deadline, and our Tage Thompson dreams are now over. Buffalo is just 1 spot out of the last wild card spot, so crap.
No, they'll be sellers. This is not sustained. They're not gonna.
Okay.
They shouldn't have won the game against us. So I'm top. They're not as good as you think. They're not as good as you think.
Well, I'm happy for Sabres fans to get a little bit of joy.
Screw you. They're in my division.
Well, they've had a tortured existence.
I don't care. No. They went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and they couldn't do it. No.
Yeah, well, that's tortured. That's called tortured.
Well, I'm a Bills fan too, so that was a bad example. I'm sorry. I said that out of... I reacted. I didn't respond.
Same with the Vikings.
You're still
Josh
waking
Doan
up.
is a 24-25 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, just 59, 36% gem rate, last sold for $52 in December 11th. Up about 38% though since the start of the season. Small numbers, so little gains equal more significant percentages when you're less than or you're around the $50 mark or whatever. So I had Josh Doan. Baba Louie, who did you put on the struggle bus?
Ooh, former Wild player, now Vancouver Canuck, Marco Rossi. Kind of hurts, but it's I think he's driving this bus this time.
Oh, okay.
So the offense hasn't really followed him. Only a handful of points over the last 10 games, which four of them were still with the Wild, I think, which is a notable drop for a player, expected to drive plays. His last 10 games, he's got 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist with a -1 rating, which is modest but terrible output compared to expectations for a top 6 guy. His shot volume is the biggest red flag right now with barely over a shot per game. Hard to score when you're not finishing plays yourself. He's struggling. It's playmaking without any payoff. He's touching the puck, but the final result isn't there. Passes are dying. Plays are stalling out. His -1 rating and modest offensive numbers show he's been more of a contributor than a driving force when he left the Wild and now with Vancouver. But it's funny how both teams were winning 4 or 5 games in a row after the trade. Mm-hmm. Part of that might be the adjustment to a new team, returning from an injury, but no results showing up yet. So the question I put out there, is he struggling? Sort of. He's not in a full slump, but he's not producing at the level expected of him.
He's slumpy.
He's slumpy. I like slumpy. Yeah. Rossi's game is built on intelligence, not brute force, as we saw with the Wild. He's just a widow guy out there. But when it's him or anybody, when confidence dips, the style can look quiet instead of clever. Smaller skill centers like Rossi need to win with anticipation and decisiveness, and hesitation right now with him is killing his impact. So right now he's reading plays correctly, but half a second late.
Yeah.
So with that, his recent numbers leaning more quiet than impactful makes him someone you could discuss. Critically under a struggle angle, and that's why I have him on and driving the bus.
I'm not saying that we're not gonna like miss him, but I was never 100% sold on Marco Rossi as being like a great, like I would hate to pay him a whole bunch of money and in a lot of years, and so
good riddance is what you're trying to say. I'll say it for you. Good riddance.
No, not really, but kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
You're saying happy to have him, but you're not going to miss him now that he's gone.
Fair.
Rossi's a 2022 Young Guns with a PSA 10 pop of 519 and a gem rate of 32%. Last sale was 50 America bucks on December 27th. This card has averaged 51 bucks for the month of December, but I added here to be interesting to see what direction it goes after he gets settled with Vancouver and what the team does. So
not expecting much, but we'll see. Phil,
all right,
who do you put on the struggle bus?
My pick, I'm not shouting his name on top of a hill or anything. I just kind of I had to pick him. So I picked Elias Lidholm. His performance has been a little bonkers lately. Overall in the season, he's doing pretty good. His points per game pace is a massive improvement, not massive, a decent improvement over his debut with the Bruins. He's not been playing very well lately, though, so that's why I'm kind of picking on him. He's still effective as a playmaker. It just doesn't seem to be burying them lately, or who he's passing to seems to be burying them. He hasn't scored a goal in his last several games. He's had no goals in his last 4 appearances, and this is as of December 23rd. I'd like to point that out. He has 5 goals and 18 assists for 23 points in 29 games, in the amount of 29 games. So he's definitely on pace to pass his 47 points from last year, which is great. But I don't know if he's got a nagging injury or maybe there's something wrong somewhere else. But it's been a bit of Jekyll and Hyde lately. He's offensively done squat in the last 4 or 5 games. And what do we say about great players? They're consistent. And Lidholm has been in the league long enough to show that he needs to be consistent, and he's not doing so. Maybe that's why he bounces around teams a lot. I'm not sure. But he's a veteran in the league at this point. He was a 5th overall pick over 10 years ago. Come on, Elias. I know I'm kind of picking on him like an old guy, but I think Boston is looking for him to maintain that good start to the season he had. So we'll see what happens.
You just needed a different Bruin to pick on.
Yeah, there you go. It's $10 raw, American dollars. And one was sold on Christmas Eve. A PSA 10 pop count of only 60. That's pretty low. Well, I guess, yeah, that's pretty low. 60 pop count. And it sold for $32 in November. So, yikes. Yeah, that's my pick.
Okay, quick recap. Who's hot? We had Shimmy Shakes, Lane Hudson, Carter Verhaeghe, and Jake Gensel. And riding the struggle bus this week were Josh Doan, Marco Rossi, and Elias Lindholm. Slab Sharks is a Gongshow partner sponsor, thankful for their support of our show. This is the time to get your cards in for the massive return from the Slab Sharks holiday break. The first auction of 2026 that goes live on January 8th is going to be a banger for sure. I cannot wait for it. Good on the Slab Sharks crew for taking some time off to, I guess, recalibrate and make some systems upgrades, but I missed it. Going to be honest.
I did it. I was there.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. I will say, though, my bank account's a little more plump and I can afford my house falling apart. So that's kind of nice. So get those submissions going and let's kick off 2026 with a bang. So, Phil, you just mentioned you were at Slab Sharks this past week. How did that go? Did you have fun, Phil?
I had a super good... Hey, I know what you tried to do there. I had a super good time. Yeah, I went back to my sketchy motel. Big fan, $85. Cash is king. So I got a good relationship with the counter guy. I just don't want his dad to find out. I think his dad owns the motel. Anyways, that aside.
Wait, did you say $85 or 85 cents an hour?
No, dollars, man.
Oh.
That's you gotta get a better. Think of it a better joke next time. Don't worry. There's one in there. So
I haven't had a good joke in 4 years, Phil. It's not gonna come next time. So
Is that why Jenny's always like, "Oh, Josh"? That's what I always hear in the background. Anyways, I met Karn. Well, I didn't go there, but American Phil went, and American Phil's making a video, and Canadian Phil is almost done. So my cousin was in Toronto, and he took a video. And listen, it's nothing supposed to be crazy silly. It's about Slab Sharks, and they're behind the scenes, behind the curtain, and they're awesome facilities. They already have a video out there that's very professional, very shiny and crisp and edited. So I went with me and I told Karn not to. Yeah, I didn't want Karn to dress up, or I was like, dude, come on. And so they're shut down right now. All their staff was very relaxed and very casual there, and they're doing a lot of upgrades to their systems. And I can show in the video what I can show, and Karn was very generous with the things I can show. There are a lot of things there are some things I cannot because they're proprietary to them, and I was utterly blown away at the entire operation at Slab Sharks. I'm incredibly proud to say that we have partnered with them, and that I use them for my cards, man. I feel great sending my cards there. You will too after the video. You will.
Did he let you touch the flux capacitor?
Oh, I drove the DeLorean. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. He trusts me a lot. You'd be so. Yeah, I do pretty good in public sometimes.
You'll figure it out.
Thought he was smarter. If you haven't tried Slab Sharks, the process is simple. They basically do all the work. You just ship your cards in and get paid, and your cards get listed in the biggest weekly hockey auction there is. And if you're an American, like Phil plays on television, then you don't even have to ship internationally. Just send your cards to Gongshow and we'll get them to the auction for you, as we are the official Slab Shark partner for America. So your cousin's name is Phil too?
American Phil.
Oh, American.
Yeah. I had to think on the spot. I was like, oh crap, what do I do here? I was like,
you're nothing if not creative.
I took a lot of liberties at your country, but that's one of those contradictory things, right? Everyone's allowed to make fun of America. So
prepare to get canceled. For complete consignment info, including payout rates, and to get the process started today, head to slabsharks.com. Hobby news. Got to kick off with a major NHL milestone. We had, well, probably could have mentioned it last show, but didn't. Yeah. Sorry, Sid. The prodigal son has returned. The apprentice has surpassed the master.
King of the
Sidney Crosby last week, on Sunday to be exact, had a goal and an assist in a 4-3 shootout win over the Montreal Canadiens, giving him 1,724 career points, which is one more point than the great Super Mario Lemieux. Crosby is now the all-time franchise leader in points for the Pittsburgh Penguins. It took him 21 seasons and 1,387 career games. It also places Crosby 8th in NHL history for points. Here's what Sid had to say about the feat. It's really special. You're trying to stay in the game, but also trying to enjoy the moment too. It's hard to balance that sometimes, especially as you get older. You tend to look at things a little bit differently. Seeing the crowd go quiet when Mario's message came on, that was pretty special. If you don't understand the impact he's had here, and you were here tonight, I think you understand a little bit better now, given just how quiet it got. And I think if there is any example of respect, I think that it was there. It was really cool to see that. Lemieux had held sole possession of the Penguins scoring record since 1989 when he first took over. That's crazy.
Jeez.
Crosby's goal in the game also gave him his 18th 20-goal season, which is the 7th most in league history. And while Sid had referenced the video message that Mario had given or had pre-recorded for breaking the record, here's a little bit of what Mario had to say in that mentioned video. He said, "Hey Sid, congratulations on passing me with 1,724 points. I knew when we played together in 2005 that you were going to be a very special player and accomplish a lot of great things in your career. Here we are 20 years later. You are now one of the best to ever play the game. You have been a great ambassador for the Pittsburgh Penguins, the National Hockey League, and the hockey world. I would like to wish you all the best for the rest of the way. And again, congratulations. Well done, my friend." Very classy by Mario.
Super classy, yeah.
I don't know why you don't like him, Phil.
Yeah. That's all. That have that type of pedigree and an organization carries so much weight moving forward. And it's important that the young players see Crosby honor his elder, because that going back, I know I'm a broken record, but that kind of stuff doesn't exist anymore. And the only thing we can do is lead by example. And I love Sid even more for what he said.
The Pittsburgh Penguins have 2 1,700 point scores in their history. Let that sink in for a minute. Our little team here, the Minnesota Wild, have been around 25 years. Our all-time leader in points is Mikko Koivu, who has 709. Just 1,000 points behind Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux.
I got one on my team.
Well, you got Alfie, who had 1,100 career points. Yeah. That's crazy. So any additional thoughts on the milestone by Crosby, boys?
Makes me love him even more. Everything he said and Mario said was top tier. Very classy, like you said.
Sidney Crosby is a 2005 Young Guns PSA 10 Pop 1,364 with 48% gem rate. Last sold for $3,200 US on December 24th. Down 9% in the past 2 weeks. Still up though, 10% in the past 3 months. 52-week high, 3,600, so pretty close to that. 52-week low, 2,250 US. Okay, Babaloo, you threw a couple stories in hobby news this week.
I did. So it's kind of little older news, but here we go again. Another grading company acquisition. Hybrid Grading Approach, or HGA with the fancy labels, has officially been acquired by ucollect.com, which is a next-generation sports collectibles platform. Statement they're running with is, this acquisition marks a major step forward for collectors, investors, and dealers who are tired of excessive fees, inconsistent grading, fraud, and inefficiencies that have plagued the industry for decades. They are set for a soft launch in 2026, where uCollect will integrate HGA directly into a true all-in-one ecosystem for buying, selling, grading, breaking, vaulting, trading, shipping, and insurance, all under one roof. Now, uCollect claims a new standard for grading, where the era of inflated grades, profit-driven tens, and post-submission grade manipulation will be over. They're working toward a flat fee pricing, premium housings, and turnaround times under 1 to 2 weeks, depending on quantity. So between now and the launch, HGA is undergoing a full redesign and integration into uCollect, including ultra clear premium graded housings supporting nearly all card sizes, including 5 card fold-out booklets, trifold booklets, and thick cleat cards, making this the most comprehensive housing lineup in the industry.
But what does it all mean, Basil?
I know, right? It's just kind of a lot of blah, 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 blah. But now we got another one here with new patent pending security features in the labels that permanently ink the card, label, and the housing to prevent tampering. There'll be full grade transparency with detailed subgrades at no additional cost, signature grading at no extra cost. A detailed Q&A addressing collector and investor questions will be released by March, and then an invite-only rollout will ensure a controlled and stable launch. So, yeah.
Here's what I find interesting about this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would buy the name HGA. It's such a fascinating case study in hobby business where they had an amazing successful launch in the 2020 times when PSA was shut down, and there were no, and so to go from as good of a start as you could possibly have to completely imploding and sullying your name to the point of almost worthlessness, it was so weirdly impressive. in of itself.
Yeah.
You suck so bad. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
And so it's like, again, so you collect, like any company would do, they've listed 20 huge promises or 10 huge promises that every company wants to do. We'll see if they end up achieving half of even what they say. Good luck. It would be great, right? Everything that they're touting is what we all want. But it's like you're starting almost at less than zero now, I think, just with that HGA name. So like I could see like buying their machines or their technology or something like that, but I think I would have rebranded because I don't know. Do you guys have a positive connotation when it comes to the HGA name?
I just know of them. I know I've never owned a slab. I've never really seen them at shows. I've never really seen them on hockey cards. I've been interested in. I've pretty much just seen them on other YouTube channels like 4 years ago. Yeah, I don't know much about it.
Well,
it doesn't have it's not bad or good to me. I don't know anything about it.
The big thing was that you could customize the label and that you could actually grade with them.
Yeah.
When at a time when you couldn't with other companies. And then the owner got really a big ego because they were successful. And then they, of course, opened up way more than they could. They couldn't maintain the volume. And then he publicly lost his marbles on social media. So it was kind of a whole thing. But,
sounds familiar.
The story's been told before.
Time old tale, is it not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he had some fun. Hopefully he had some fun going on the way down. I mean, I would burn it all, buddy. Burn it all.
All right.
Yeah. The second story.
You're doing the Celebrini thing.
Yeah.
Celebrini
I thought this was kind of fun. It's kind of lengthy, but there's a lot of good information in here. Talking about Celebrini's first 100 NHL games. Now, we will move on to the next slide here, but so Macklin Celebrini played his 100th career NHL game on December 7th this year. These first 100 NHL games weren't about fireworks in any way, though. They were about proof. He hit the 100 game mark on a night as a teenager playing center, top 6 minutes, and real matchups against real vet players, not sheltered minutes, not soft usage. Production-wise, he tracked right where you'd want a franchise center to be. Now, not McDavid level outlier stuff, and that's fine, but right in line with guys like McKinnon, Jack Hughes at the same stage. Along the way, he matched or passed several modern stars in goals and points through their first 100 games, especially when you adjust for age and team context. Celebrini finished his first 100 NHL games with goal production comparable to elite first-line centers at the same stage. On his way, he matched or passed early career goal totals of players like, we mentioned, Jack Hughes, Steven Stamkos, and Nathan McKinnon. He also did this without elite power play support or a high-scoring team environment. A large percentage of Celebrini's goals came at even strength, not padded special team minutes. Many greats inflated early totals on dominant teams, and context matters. Celebrini did this on a rebuilding San Jose team without a stacked power play, no elite wingers inflating totals. Most of his offense came at 5-on-5 while taking tough defensive assignments. His path has been accelerated but earned, moving quickly from generational prospect to trusted NHL center. His minutes went up as the season went on, and his play held up, and that's the tell. So what improved over the first 100 games? His face-off efficiency climbed steadily as reps increased, better timing on defensive support routes in transition. He had increased willingness to attack the middle of the ice. He gained more confidence holding the puck under pressure, and shift to shift, consistency became more noticeable in 70 games plus. What didn't come instantly, though? Scoring streaks were followed by quiet stretches. Physical maturity still developing against NHL vets. He occasionally forced plays, trying to do too much offensively, and his plus-minus was impacted by a team rebuild rather than individual play. The first 100 games didn't crown him a superstar, but what it did was confirmed that he belongs and that the real ceiling conversation starts after 100 for this kid, not before. So, long and short, raw stats tell you what happened. Age and context tell you what it means. So, I just think the kid, after digging into a bunch of this stuff, I can't wait to see the next however many 100 games he plays.
So he's playing pretty good, I take it. Not too shabby.
Who? Never heard of him.
Celebrini? Yeah.
Who's on first?
Is he good?
He's Crapperini.
So, for the heck of it, just because I got slide happy, and I figured let's take a look at how he stacked up, how his numbers compare for the heck of it with some of the greats through their first 100 games. So I figure we'll start off with Bedard. I guess I'll just read through them. Celebrini, I'll read this one time, then that's it. Celebrini through 100 games, 40 goals, 106 points, and was a minus 25. Bedard, the first comparison here, 29 goals, 87 points, and a minus 55. Next I took McKinnon. He had 28 goals, 79 points, and was a plus 17. Then I went to Mr. Sid the Kid, 49 goals, 132 points, and a plus 8.
Did you make all these graphics, Louis?
I did.
You did, eh?
Kaprizov, 46 goals, 58 points, and was a plus 24.
Oh, that's pretty damn good for the league's highest player, eh? Not too shabby.
Oh, he's always been great. The problem is he was 24 when he started, where Macklin was like 6 years old.
Yep. Connor McDavid, 34 goals, 108 points, and he was a plus 14. Ovi, 64 goals, 128 points, and just squeaked above that, plus 1. And,
He loves hockey.
And what the heck, I had to go back and look at Wayner. 62 goals, 169 points, and was a plus 1 through his first 100 games.
If any rookie had 170 points in their first 100 games, this hobby would literally eat itself alive.
Yeah.
It would be so excited for that.
Yeah. But with all the talk and the hobby hype and all this and that, I was like, you know what? Let's dig into this, because I know the first 100 games is always kind of a big deal. And so it was kind of a lot, but I think it was worth the time.
Informative.
I've thought a lot about how do you contextualize where Crosby's at, like in the fairest sense, right? Over the past month, as his market's completely gone bonkers. And to me, the best that I can come up with is that he's accomplished very little at this point, but he's right where you would want him to be at to ultimately become what some might hope to be on that Crosby or Ovechkin level. If you were looking for like the earliest markers, and you're right, the first 100 games is a good milestone in that. He's right where you'd want him to be, basically on par with McDavid. What happens going forward, nobody knows. That's kind of the fun of the hobby and hockey and being a sports fan. But he's there.
Josh, who gets a cup first? Celebrini or McDavid?
McDavid.
The Sharks would have to be dramatically better. McDavid's got Draisaitl.
Just asking. Just throwing.
And no Stewie Skins.
Yeah.
Tristan Jarry. Okay. Thank you, Baba Louie.
Yeah.
we're going to move on to, again, this is the last show of 2025. And so we're going to conclude our look back. I was digging and through GemRate's stats the other day and came across again eBay stats for the year of 2025. Well, it's not technically through the year because they have it updated through November, but it gives you a really good indication who the biggest hobby chases were this year. And so what I've done is I've listed the top 10 and then some notable stats about each of them. And I think it's a interesting conversation. Again, always good to know, like, who are the players that drive most of the interest in our hobby? And of course, eBay is not the entirety of the hobby. As we know, there's lots of other online marketplaces. There's shows, one-on-one peer deals, a million ways you can buy cards, but it is the largest marketplace that exists. So it's a very strong indicator as to, again, who's drawing the interest of most collectors. So here are the 10 biggest hobby chases in 2025. It's not going to be a shock to anyone, I think, to know that Wayne Gretzky led the way with over $5 million at $5,049,000 in card purchases, followed by Ovechkin. You get a drop of $2 million. So pretty sizable drop to number 2. I don't think Ovi's typically number 2, but that has been ballyhooed quite a bit by him eclipsing the goals record this year, I think. Followed by Connor Bedard at $2.6 million, Connor McDavid at $2.5 million, and the number 5 is Macklin Celebrini, who we just talked about, at $1.7 million. Here's the wild thing, though. 47% of the total money spent this year on Macklin Celebrini has been in the last 3 months.
Yeah, okay. I was waiting for you to say something. That is a fat stack in a 1 quarter, eh? Holy moly. That's great. That's your stat. That's the big matzo ball hanging there. Listen, I know you haven't gotten there yet. This Crosby down there is kind of weird. I refresh Crosby 50 times a day, newly listed on eBay. He gets way more cards put out on eBay than Gretzky, Ovechkin, Bedard. But I think Crosby has so many junk cards, like Diary of a Phenom. Oh my God. Every day there's some friggin' toolbox, some savvy dealer that's like trying to put it 10 cents less than the next guy. Listen, Bob, anything under $3, go to ComC. Ridiculous. Anyway.
Well, to your point though, Phil, think about how many Gretzky rookies, both of the tops in O-Pee-Chee variety, that even at a PSA 1 are what, $1,000, something like that.
I'm going on eBay though. Like I eBay. Listen, Crosby has the most cards that populate eBay every day. New. He probably has 150 new cards every day posted on eBay. Gretzky probably has 50 to 100.
Yeah, I'm just saying when you're talking about total money spent though.
Money spent. Yeah. That's
the Gretzky rookies are all $1,000 and above, and so that number is going to add really, really quickly. And then after Celebrini, as we mentioned, is number 6 at Sidney Crosby with just under 1.3 million in total eBay sales, followed by Mario Lemieux, maybe the quietest of the top 10.
Yeah,
right?
I
Number 7.
Did not expect that at all.
Then number 8 is Bobby Orr at 839 or about 840,000, followed by Lane Hudson at 784,000, and then Gordie Howe rounds out the top 10 at 671,000. So if you look at, these are the top chased players in our hobby for all of this year. And so if you look at the top 10, 3 are retired or legendary players. Don't sue us, Hall of Fame. Gretzky, Orr, and Gordie Howe. I don't think any big surprises there. That pretty much makes sense. We have 2 defensemen, Bobby Orr and Shimmy Shakes. Will Shimmy Shakes be there? And so I'll put a pin on that for a second. 2 24-25 rookies in Celebrini and Hudson. And so what I would say is like most likely not to be in the top 10 in 2026 would be probably Lane Hudson and Gordie Howe. Not that Lane isn't a great player, but a lot of his total sales was he had a ton of rookie cards come out this year, and that'll fall off a little bit next year. And then Gordie Howe, it just gets longer and longer since his career, and they don't make he can't sign cards, and they don't have really game used jerseys, so you don't have big cards being pumped out. But if I were to ask you, of these guys, who's most likely to move up for 2026?
McDavid and Crosby because of the Olympics. I don't think Lemieux will probably stay where he is or similar. But McDavid, I don't think he'll go down too much, but they do a big push. Well, I don't want to say big push in the playoffs. You got to win. You got to win Stanley or not. But the Olympics, I think, could push McDavid. Maybe some kids buying some lower end cards. Or
Well, it's
am I
Celebrini's.
kidding? Kids don't want lower end cards now. They want the bling.
Well,
They want the
Celebrini's
Pelican case.
less than $1 million behind McDavid, though. I wouldn't doubt seeing those two flip flop.
I'm going to make
Crosby?
a bold prediction.
Celebrini and McDavid.
If Celebrini finishes the year off like he started, I'm going to say he's going to be the number 2 total sales in eBay of next year behind Wayne Gretzky.
That's a bold prediction. I don't think it'll be Ovechkin. I think Ovechkin will be way down the list. He might not even be on the list. Yeah, I don't think Ovechkin.
Oh, I think he'll be on. I think he'll drop, to your point. But so I could see Ovi falling, McDavid go out. It'll depend on how Bedard plays, just like Celebrini. But Crosby, there seems to be a lot of hobby momentum for Crosby in the past year. Maybe just sometimes that's. I know you and I have gotten more keen on Crosby cards, so we may be high on our own supply a little bit there, but who knows?
I think Ovechkin. So he did. So I think at least 1.5 million of that is all from the goals chase. I think he'll be close to $1 million. I'd say he'll be Bobby Orr, Mario Lemieux. He'll be around Sidney Crosby next. That's what I think. He'll get back to normal.
I wouldn't be shocked by that. Okay, new product release is brought to you by Gongshow friend and partner Mint Ink. Have to take a minute to thank our friends at Mint Ink for their help and sponsorship and support of our show that they have shown us. We are approaching a new year, and we're going to be making some changes in show sponsorship for 2026 and going to bid adieu to our friends at Mint Ink for at least the first part of this next year. And of course, our Johnny and crew are an amazing company full of fantastic people that are working hard to bring better experiences to the hobby and set the standard for the hobby in Canada. When you're in the GTA, you got to check out either their Vaughan or Ajax locations. I don't know if Ajax will be too far for us, but I'd love at some point to go up and see their new shop there.
It's easier for me on my way in from Ottawa. Yeah, I'll pop in there. Definitely curious to see. Yeah.
Reminder, though, you can always shop anywhere in Canada, 24/7, 365 at mintink.ca. And anything but hobby boxes, you can shop in the U.S. too. They have a lot of singles, do eBay auction, whatnot, etc. So again, just wanted to thank Johnny and team for a fantastic year of their support. And we wish them much success and happiness in 2026. And we're, we've got some exciting stuff when it comes to new products to announce on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 2024-25 Engrained Icons has been out for a couple weeks now. And per our tradition here on the show, we're going to check out the top 5 early sales so far to get an indication if the secondary markets are responding to the product and what players and cards are grabbing the most moolah from the hobby. Here's a quick look at the top 5 high-selling Engrained Icons sales to date, along with each's respective top sale. And of course, any sale made via eBay has been verified as paid for in TerraPeak. Do you guys have big expectations for this? Medium expectations or small expectations?
Financially small, but I love the cards and I love the set.
Okay.
I hope there's some nice looking cards in this top 5.
Well, kicking off is a Teemu Selanne auto. It's the Rosewood Parallel, which is a 101, sold for just $282 via eBay auction on December 25th. Not bad for a 101 Teemu auto.
I was surprised seeing that price.
Yeah, player collect of that would love that card. Yeah,
no kidding. He uses a lot of ink on his auto.
Yeah, he's finished. Finns are known for that. They use a lot of ink.
They swoop. They're swoopers.
Yeah. Big swoopers.
Big swooper. Okay. Number 4, a Wayne Gretzky and Mike Richter dual highlight tapes relic out of 10, sold for $380 via eBay auction on December 25th. How are these are these tape cards sitting with you guys?
They're blades. Those are blades. I like them I like this card 10 times more than the shaft cards. And
don't like the shaft.
That Mike Richter card, I don't know. I don't know if that because the blade's going this way, right? You got to do it that way.
Fair.
Yeah. I like that a lot better.
It's a combo you don't see very often. So that's kind of interesting in of itself, right?
I'd rather Richter wasn't on there.
Not my jam.
All right. 380 though, seems a little for Wayne Gretzky. Well, yeah.
$10 is Mike and 370 is Wayne.
Fair. Number 3 is the Wayne Gretzky Signature Shots Auto, which is a short print, sold for $488 by eBay auction on December 21st. Is not my favorite cards. Again, the memorabilia is manufactured. The silver auto on the light wood is kind of strange.
You can go ahead and say it looks like a price at IKEA. It's like they priced the bed that you want to buy your kid. You know, this card seems very forced. That makes it just seems like get it out there. Doesn't seem like a lot of. I don't, and I'm sorry if you're the designer of the card. I'm not sorry. You work for Upper Deck. Well, do better. I don't know. That was mean. I don't know. You work for Upper Deck. You should be happy every day you wake up. You're good.
I got ahead of the game here too. I think 2 of them sold, and this was the lower priced one of the 2 by $100.
Gotcha.
It's a Gretzky auto. What can you do?
Yeah. So the high sale was $488. eBay auction December 21st.
Do you think they're like, look, in their project meeting, they're like, so I did a diagonal gold swooshy line, and then I made the left side look like the ice after a game in a period. Yeah, so I thought that would be cool. You're like, out of the building.
I want you to run an Upper Deck meeting and watch the company.
I would love to. Just give me the whiteboard, baby. Give me the whiteboard.
Number 2 is a Wayne Gretzky Complete Sticks out of 49, sold for $535 via eBay Best Offer on December 24th. I'm a big fan of this card. I think it's very interesting.
What is the makeup of this card?
What?
What is the makeup of this card?
The
like blade, shaft, knob, or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, handle, shaft, and tape.
Oh, it says it on there. Yeah, we just have
Tape
to
the
open
shaft.
our eyes and read.
Grab it by the handle.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just not. There's no connection with those pieces in the player in the picture. Maybe if the picture looked more like the pieces, I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm not. I'm just a cynic, and I apologize, but the card does nothing for me. Nothing. If you gave that to me, I wouldn't even want it. You keep it. Seriously,
that's Poppy Doc.
No, I swear to everything I believe in. All the chocolate dip donuts on the planet. Okay. All the redheads in existence. If you gave me this card, I would not take it. I would say you keep it or give it to someone who appreciates it more. I just don't want this card in my house.
I'm a fan. Okay. I mean, we all get to be subjectively rational. I actually think that this is a pretty smart buy. Like I think $535 for what you get here is a pretty good value given its game used Wayne memorabilia.
What is it?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know sticks have I mean, I guess they have handles. I mean,
I think it's the handle tape. That's what that is?
Well, it doesn't look like tape. That looks like the knob where that looks like. I don't want to talk about this.
The knob of the shaft.
It's very very emotional for you, or what?
Okay. Yeah. It was experimental. It was a one-time thing.
Number 1, an Henri Richard Distinguishing Marks Stick Relic 101. So for $815 via eBay Best Offer on December 25th. I like this card. I mean, they used an ancient picture of Henri here. I don't know if maybe they wanted to match it to the year that the stick was used, but it's got the number on the stick, which I think is cool. So I'm a big fan of this one.
Yeah, it looks. I like it a lot better, and I know why. I like because of the faded numbers and the old looking wood. This is a trick card. This is a warlock card for me. I'm glad Henri Richard took the number 1 spot. It's good.
Well, what I love about this and about legend sets in general is if you're a vintage guy, there's not much new ever to go after, but I think this would speak to any vintage collector right here. So it kind of gives you something to chase a little bit. Nothing crazy so far. Though.
That's pretty crazy. Wait, so that's Henri Richard's the highest priced card post 1971.
I don't know.
Well, you're a checklist boy. You should find out.
Do you guys think that? I wonder. Like, it didn't seem like nothing really jumped off the page. There's no $40,000 sales or anything like that. We saw with the cup. But I seem to remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going completely off of memory here, that I feel like SP Legends was a little bit of a slow build too. Like
No,
it wasn't.
you're wrong.
I am. It was like immediately.
Wow,
huge.
I think financially it was not the interest.
Yeah.
That box, I remember 3 months, 4, maybe 6 months, maybe even 6 months. I was like, I better get a box soon and hoard this. And then I ended up buying 4 boxes because I got nervous. I know what you mean, but maybe it followed the same trajectory, but not as intense, man. Not even close. My opinion. SP Legends was a hit right off the bat. Maybe it dipped a little bit for a month or two, but I that has been a rocket ship of since it's come out.
So would you be surprised if this was a slow build, or do you expect it to kind of be, it is what it is at this point?
I thought people would like it. Listen, my opinions are mine.
Yeah.
I assume that set is going to do a lot better. I don't see. I mean, isn't that why we're all collecting cards, to get some of that history? I just don't like that part of the history, but I would normally think I would latch onto that normally. So I am a little surprised those cards aren't going for more.
Yeah. All right. Well, Phil, you ready to lead the way for mailbag again?
Yeah, mailbag. Okay, first question, Mad Dog, Nav78, our Discord moderator. Oh, do you know what I found out about Discord? When I have Discord open, I remember why I don't keep it open. It ruins everything in my computer.
Oh, why?
All my
Really?
webcam. Yeah, man, it interferes with my webcam, my audio. So when I go on Discord on my phone now, it on my desktop is just really messed it up. Okay, sorry, Mad Dog. Jonathan Quick never got a Young Guns. Who else is missing one that feels like a hobby injustice? I'll go first. I had no idea. I'm sure I did at some point, but I've forgotten it a few times. So that kind of sucks if you're a Quick fan. Louis?
I had no idea.
There you
I
go.
bet that's
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Joshy Poo?
I did a little bit of research on this one. I didn't know anyone top of mind, but Martin St. Louis, there was no Young Guns. That kind of sucks. And then
Je ne sais pas.
Corey Crawford or Mark Giordano would be, you're not going to have any huge names, of course, but those guys probably deserved one.
Yeah. Next question. Discord, Minnesota Sports Card Junkie. Is that Tori?
Yeah.
Hey, Tori. Okay. Hot tub time machine. Hot tub machine time. What? Anyway, if you could go back to a show or buying opportunity in the past. Oh, I love this question. Okay, I'll start it over. If you could go back to a show or buying opportunity in the past and buy the card you wanted but passed on, what would it be? Josh, what do you think?
Still is and will always be the OV O-Pee-Chee that I passed on. Really bummed about that.
Louis?
Puberty?
Yeah. Money aside, Grant from GP Sports had a nice Broder shield I'd really like to have.
Whoa. What do you mean money aside?
Because
Money's part of the deal here, bucko.
No. Okay.
Could you go ask JoJo first?
Then I want an exclusive Heisher Young Guns from a guy that wants as much money though as a flippin' RPA, which I don't want to pay, but I still want the card.
Okay. Anyways, I'll go ahead. I can't. This is eating me up more and more every day. O-Pee-Chee Platinum boxes. Forget the boxes, man. The cases that were piled on the middle of the floor at my LCS, especially there's like just one particular memory I have where I 100% add insult to injury. I kicked the pile of O-Pee-Chee Platinum boxes and laughed, and we all laughed, and oh man, is the joke on us? It's horrible. That's even worse than the blast from the past O-Pee-Chee Chrome, because that I didn't know too much, but the O-Pee-Chee. Anyways, that's mine. Okay, next question. Thanks for the question, Tori.
Yeah.
All right, Discord. Discord, Postmaster Scott. What are your thoughts on the USA hockey cards being e-pack only? I get the time constraints and wanting to test the waters before creating physical cards, but that kind of product screams Walmart impulse buy to me and would be perfect in a retail blaster, since it will be readily to non-hardcore hockey collectors who have no idea what e-pack is or would utilize a platform like that. I got dizzy, so we'll let Josh answer it.
Was that American Phil a little bit there?
What, did some come out? It happens when I'm drinking. I got my flask on the side. Sorry.
My assumption, Scott, is that the EPAC thing is more of a timing issue as they just announced the partnership. Maybe it was done 2 years ago and that was their plan all along, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and saying that they haven't had time to make any physical product. And then I would also, maybe it's them testing the waters to see how much interest there is too. And it's easier to do that on EPAC.
All right. Phil and Louie agree. Next question. Instagram. Max Collect. Okay. Well, sorry. What? Okay. I'll read off the screen. Do you guys think it's possible with Zeev Buum coming out in Series 2 that he could be in a Canucks uniform for his young guns?
No.
He's going to be in the wild.
Yeah, totally wild. Yeah.
Let me see if I skipped it here. There's the one you wanted to read.
There it is. Okay. Merry Christmas, boys. Merry Christmas, Max. My question is, do you think that Phil is going to get visited by 3 ghosts on Christmas Eve? Well, Christmas Eve's already passed. But anyways, let's play along. 1 girlfriend of Christmas past. I've only had 2 girlfriends my whole life, believe it or not. 1 girlfriend from Christmas present and 1 girlfriend from Christmas future. Aw, I hope. Laugh out loud and have a happy New Year's, boys. Oh, you too, Max. Well, since I will answer this. Okay, so I'm not giving you guys opportunity. Ghost of the Past is not just a Phil issue, I believe. I believe we all have skeletons in the closet. Mine, I have many I'm very proud of, and I have many I would like to stay in the closet forever. So,
Can I ask you a question? For the health and benefit of the show and your friends and for the hobby.
Yeah, you nosy bastard. What do you want?
Would you be willing to give me like 5 names of ex-girlfriends to invite on a show to do a game show about you? That would be amazing.
If I pick them, yes. You want to do that? Yeah, I would let you.
All right. Well, if you want to see that, comment. If this video gets
what is
74,000
Cole's mom would be
likes,
one of them. Cole's mom would but she wouldn't want to go on with the others. Yeah, she's like if she ever heard someone making fun of me, she'd kill them. She'd knock them out. I mean, probably shouldn't be saying this, but she's Cole's mother is the only one who's allowed to besmirch my character or to belittle me or to hit me physically or she put in the work.
Okay. Well,
so
yes, try
yes,
to make that happen.
Okay, no problem. Next question. Slapshot Mike. Guys, I would like to know your expert opinion on one thing. Well, it's a bit of a paradoxical sentence, but we'll keep going. Maybe a topic to discuss for your next podcast, excluding true RPAs or gold RPAs and shields. Oh, brother, what are you doing? What is the most prestigious set from the cup? Is it emblems of endorsement, limited logos, or I'll say any exquisite card? Would love to hear your opinions. Louis.
Limited logos.
Joshua.
100% limited logos for me.
I hate agreeing with people usually, but when they're right, they're right. And I would say limited logos, and I don't like limited logos. I don't know why, but that's what it would be. I think that's the more than not answer. All right, next question. Swifto Jr. Louis, you got a question?
Yeah. Why'd you answer it?
I don't know. If Grant from GP Sports was to gift you 1 card, what would you want? Yeah, the Cup Ultimate Shield Auto of your personal collection player of choice, Martin Brodeur or Mike Modano, or Dynasty F1, a driver of your choice. Go ahead, Louis.
Swifto, this was a simple answer until you dropped Dynasty Bomb in there. 100% taking Dynasty F1.
What is that? I don't get it.
It's like a big teddy bear.
Dude, there ain't a card in there less than $10,000.
$10,000?
It's all Dynasty is the only F1 product you can get with on-card autos and memorabilia in it, like part of a glove or part of the fire
like
suit.
your hot girlfriend's heel of a shoe or something. Like you got to go away for a weekend with that 10K, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Otherwise,
go for a rip in the car.
The top's chrome. It's all sticker autos and no mem.
Cray. All right. Good question there, Swifto. Next question.
He knew the answer to that one. He just, yeah.
Next question from Rawr, Panther J. Panther sound.
You do an amazing Panther impression. You should take that on the road.
Listen, good listener, and Louie and Josh, go ask your wives or girlfriends or your mothers. I mean, half of you probably live with your moms anyways.
Well, which one? They're all here.
But listen, yeah, so go ask any female in your life to make a machine gun sound. They can't do it. I saw this on TV like a while ago. They can't. So if you ask any guy, they like, here's mine. Like, what are yours? You know, like, like
ping.
No, that's what Jenny will do or JoJo. They go, oh, okay, I'll do it. They go, do. You're like, what are you doing? Like, if they do it really well, you might want to. Well, I'll stop there. Okay. Panther J. Maybe this is a question for Billy, but here goes anyway. With Upper Deck being cautious about using certain words that infringe upon other card manufacturers' intellectual property, it doesn't seem like other companies respect the same. I agree. I just think they're paranoid. Recently, I've seen Topps Cosmic Baseball, which directly resembles O-Pee-Chee Platinum Cosmic cards and Skybox metal sets. Why is this allowed? Seems like a direct copy to me. Brother Jay, Panther Jay, rawr, I think this is a great question, and we'll ask Billy because it's his fault. But maybe Josh has a better answer.
I think Billy would refer us to their lawyers that they probably just go off that. So great question. Don't really have
it. It's listen that, and he's saying that out of love. He's not attacking Upper Deck. Maybe you are, man. I don't know. I don't think so. But he's saying that out of love. When I ask these, why are you not fighting the Hockey Hall of Fame back? I mean, I know why, because they let us. You want that relationship to be nurtured and vibrant. I understand. But have some self-respect a little bit, right? Like a word like legend. You should push back on that, right? If Topps is stealing your cosmic stuff, you should push back on that. And listen, obviously they are. We don't know what the hell I'm talking about. All right, next question.
The challenge, though, Phil, becomes that you can sue anyone for any reason, and bigger companies can outspend on lawyers than you and can make it very, very expensive. So it's like if you're gonna it's like bringing
so you can't get justice
to a gunfight.
So justice is a bank account,
basically.
Ah, it's awesome. Good. Glad you guys lead the world. Okay, next question. Kevin B. Smith. Hey, boys. Josh, in your 2025 top picks regarding your Gretzky Noise Boys. You said that 2012 why are you bringing this up, man? You said that 2012 Fleer Retro is the greatest insert of all time. It usually is, in your opinion. Recently, you did all best inserts of 2025 segment, and two of them, Dark Matter, Liquid Gold, were from 2024-25 Metal Universe. In your opinion, where does 24-25 Metal stand when it comes to the best insert sets? It's got those awesome PMGs. Also, if jambalayas were included, would it be a top insert set for you? Cheers, guys, and an early Happy New Year. Listen, one sec before you answer, Josh. I know I kind of went on the new PMGs. I say that as an owner of a one-of-one Brady Tkachuk PMG. They didn't murder it, but they disfigured the whole PMG thing pretty bad. I think there should be a very big united effort to bring back how rare and amazing a regular PMG is. Get rid of all the rest of the trim the fat, man. Get rid of the fat. Okay, go ahead, Josh.
We need to make PMGs great again.
Let's go.
I really like 24-25 Metal and very happy with how it turned out. But if you're going to consider a set an all-timer, I think it has to be at least 5 years old, like minimum. Because my favorite card of the year is the Liquid Gold, and I'll use that as a perfect example. I am spending a lot of my budget on them, but we have no idea if they're going to fade away in a year or two, or people will still desire them, and I'll still be as excited about them too. So I think that you have to have that element of time in order to be an all-time set. Like if people are still vibing 24-25 Metal 5, 6, 7 years from now, then yeah, maybe.
Good answer. Phil and Louie agree. Next question.
Yeah.
Instagram, Doghouse Hockey Cards, also known as Andrew. Thought you could sneak it through, buddy? Happy holidays to my fellow hobby friends. Thanks, buddy. Hope you have been having a great time with friends and family. I was until I started this podcast. I was recently opening a few boxes. God, I was witty. I was recently opening a few boxes of O-Pee-Chee paper and was thinking, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be a great move to get rid of Parker's Champions and make O-Pee-Chee paper a true paper version of Platinum? On-card rookie autos, vet autos, etc., etc. Or would this erode, Andrew's a smarty pants, or would this erode Platinum's popularity too much? Just a thought, and I know how much you all love Parker's Champions. I'm ready for the firing line. Aw, I'll go first. I don't think Upper Deck would want to combine two amazing products that bring them so much money. Wouldn't that hurt sales for them? Like, it'd be great for collectors, but bad for profit, right? Because you're like getting rid of 50% of one of your products. I don't know.
I see his point, but yeah, I like Parker's Champions. I wonder how well Parker's Champions is doing, like what the bottom line is for Upper Deck.
No, well, judging on the price tags on people's LCS is not very good. But don't get rid of it. Don't get rid of it. It's the chicken at Costco. It's an evil you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
What do you think, Louis?
I said absolutely not. Dumb question, officer.
Woo! Oh boy. All right, next question. Riley Philip Tigre. Tigret. It's Tigret. As a newbie in the hockey card collecting scene, welcome, brother. Welcome, Riley. What hobby box for around 150, 200 is the best? Oh, dude, Parker's Champions or Flagship all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Louis, what do you think?
Same.
I'd
Joshua?
throw a lure maybe in there.
Yeah, lure. That would give you a taste of like really chromium type of cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would buy a lure before I bought O-Pee-Chee Platinum. I would buy Flagship before I bought anything else. And I definitely would buy Parker's Champions before I bought something like Black Diamond or Stature. Yeah. Maybe if you're feeling spendy, I'd go Stature. Yeah. Then you could experience like I bought a box of cards. Oh, wait, it's a pack of cards. Oh, wait, it's 4 cards.
I've never heard of any of these players.
Yeah. Well, don't buy the AHL box. Okay, next question. Mad Dog Nav 78. Yeah, snuck another one in, eh? Oh, this is my favorite question. Yeah, I went ham on this. It's fantasy time. Woo-wee! Calm down, Phil. Aw. Create a 6-card autograph fantasy pack with players who are not in your PC, but you would love to see autos from. Oh, I love this question. You can combine more than one player on a card if you want. Can I go first?
Yes.
I'm going to go first. Okay.
Go for it.
My first player, not in any particular order, maybe a little bit. Maurice Richard, obvious reasons. Cat's ass, just the best. I love him. I probably wouldn't understand much of what he's saying. I would just be total fanboy and admire him and, pull out his chair, order him dinner. I'd love to serve him dinner. That's what I would like to do. I'm a very good waiter. Okay. And I would like his hockey card with his autograph. Next player would be Lord Stanley. So Frederick Arthur Stanley, Lord of Preston. Obvious reasons, and his Ottawa connections are abundant. He was very well networked across Canada. He just sounds like a very stoic man, and he pulled a lot of weight back in the day. And in my terms, we call that a heavy, and I think he might have been a heavy 150 years ago. So I would love to get his autograph and get his player and him beside the modern day Stanley Cup. Maybe some AI or Photoshop can do that. Frank Nyber, Ottawa legend. He has a very big following for, like, how Jean Beliveau was a gentleman of hockey. Well, Frank Nyber has kind of a similar aura about him, and he's an Ottawa Senator legend. A lot of his memorabilia is in the building. He's just been in my head forever, so I'd like to get him. Frank Patrick, him and his brother Lester Patrick, but Frank Moore. No, not Frank Moore, but Frank More so. I guess that's not Russo from Karate Kid. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So he introduced the blue line. That's a big one. It's kind of a big one. He's definitely a builder and a great player. He's the first licensed hockey card of all time. Number 1. Josh, what is it? C35 or something?
C56.
C56. Okay. So he's number 1 in that. He was constantly conflicted to play hockey and help his family out, like in the lumber business. beyond admirable. You know, he was the brains of modern hockey. That's what they call him. So big legacy, Frank Patrick. And then Tim Horton. I know he was a Maple Leaf. But there's not many autographs of him. And
Sabres legend, Tim Horton.
Sabres legend. And I know listen, I know he's dead. I'm very practical and pragmatic about death. And he doesn't know what he did, but man, would it be amazing just to get 5 minutes of like, look, man, like look what you did, you know, or look what happened with your name. Anyway, so Tim Horton, and then lastly, a little bit off the board here, Vladislav Tretiak. I think that guy grew up in I know he grew up in communist Russia. They didn't have much freedom there, much creativity. They didn't even look like they could laugh in public much, right? What an athletic talent, what an amazing person. And it just would have been amazing to have more of his cards with his autograph and to give him his true deserves. And I think if he left USSR and maybe defected to USA, maybe his life would have been a little different. I'm not saying he didn't enjoy his life, but what a specimen, what a hockey player, what a name, and forever imprinted in my country's memory. And I wish we had a lot more of his stuff out there. So those are my 6. Sorry, I went crazy on that, but I love that question. Great job, man. Josh?
I would do a sign of the time 6 of pre-World War II superstars. And I would put on George Vezina, Howie Morenz, Frank Patrick, same as Phil,
yeah,
Cyclone Taylor, Art Ross, and Hobie Baker.
Yeah, you're a Hobie. You like Hobie Baker, eh? Something about his story. Yeah, you bring him up a lot.
He's American.
American. Oh, that's right. Well, apparently I only remember things I like. So,
Yeah, well,
Louis,
apparently,
for your 6.
I hope I just did this really quick, but
Yeah, I think we were supposed to. I just went a little.
Since I couldn't use Madonna, I figured I'd just take the 91-92 Stanley Cup with the North Stars and the Penguins and put 6 guys on that card and go Gagne, Bellows, and John Casey and Lemieux, Yager. Yager was there, right? Barrasso?
yeah, you just did our boy Brian Trottier a little dirty, but that's okay. But you wanted to go with the goalie for each, so I get that.
Yeah, I picked a goalie for each, or I was going to put Trutch on there, but
Let's, have you guys ever watched the show The League?
Mm-mm.
No?
Oh, that was
Okay.
like about the fantasy football.
Yeah. So they have an award in it called the Chiva Kamini, and it's hilarious. We need a Brian Trottier award.
Yeah.
Like Brian, you know what I mean? We need like it's part of our
what?
part of the Gong Show. The Brian Trophy, the Trottier.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to do it right though. We literally need to get like a bust of Trottier. He would kill, dude. He would show his grandkids. He'd be like, "Look at these crazy kids. They think your grandpa's a god."
Well, I'm kind of thinking like the like what were the Dundies
Marble?
when Dunder Mifflin, like the Trottiers,
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
we
same
need to
thing.
workshop
Sorry.
this.
Yeah,
We need to workshop it.
Yeah, we will workshop it. We got you, Brian. We got you. Okay. Okay. Well, I had a real coffee, so that's why I'm waking up. Okay. Next question. Well, I couldn't wake up, man. I made one in our break. Okay. Vegas Collector. Reposting from last week when my questions were overlooked. They weren't overlooked. We ignored them, which made me more sad than a Leafs fan in the conference finals. Nope, they're the saddest. During my end of the year review at work, my boss asked me what my goals are for 2026. Isn't your wife your boss? My reply was to have a card sale large enough to appear in the Gong Show top 5 sales of the week. My boss clarified and said he meant professionally, to which I said, get a large enough raise so I can drop stacks on a card in the Gong Show top 5. He was not amused, and now my question is this. Do you know anyone hiring? Louis, go ahead.
I can't remember. Is this the one where I wrote Minnesota's got plenty of handouts?
Yeah,
You can come
pretty
here.
accurate.
Right?
I threw out a good dig on your state there yesterday.
Well,
Okay,
I get to
Josh?
go now.
Yeah.
Phil is always hiring someone to trim his hedges. So if you're a professional landscaper, just reach out to Phil.
Okay, after that hilarity, this is true. I am always hiring. I start at $25 an hour, and if you think showing up for work for 2 weeks on time you want to raise, I will slap your face, Vegas, really hard, really hard. So no. Yeah, anyone comes to Ottawa, if you can rake, you start at $25 an hour. I just need you to keep showing up, please. And when are we done work? When the jobs are done. That's when you're done work, and no one sticks around. All right, next question. Instagram, JReds18. Oh, where's T Blue 19? But anyways, are Gavin McKenna pre-draft cards worth picking up? I've got quite a few low numbered and autos. I didn't read the last part of your question, so I need time to adjust. Josh, go ahead.
They could be worth picking up if you sell every single one of them, unless you want to keep them forever and ever and you don't care what you spend. But before his Young Guns comes out, they all have to be gone because the values will tank. It's a story that is often told and is always the same.
No one listens, though. Nobody listens. You'll see it on eBay. Man, I'm telling you, sell every one of those cards. If you are okay, if they're worth no money. If that doesn't bother you, sell every one of them. It has never. What would I say? There will be a day where that might not happen, but I'm a history man. Don't ignore history. It repeats itself continuously. It did it. Who's the latest? Celebrini.
Well, Bedard was the classic example.
Yeah, Bedard, perfect. Hundreds
thousands
of dollars.
Yeah. Remember his Regina Pats card that was going for like $2,000 as a PSA 10?
You wouldn't get $50 for that, I think.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay, Josh, can you look it up right now, please? Thank you.
I'm going to look it up right now, Phil.
Louis, any thoughts?
I never heard of the kid.
Okay. He's Canadian, that's why. But he's at Penn State now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Weren't all you Americans were like, oh, what's he doing? Here's what he's doing.
Okay,
right?
One sold in November for $150. PSA 10. At its height, $4,000.
Okay, maybe you should repeat that for him. So, man, I know I'm sorry I laughed at you and everything, but like you have a lot of cards. Listen to what Josh just said. You got to repeat it.
On July 18th, 2024, so right after the draft, when Connor Bedard was taken number 1 by the Chicago Blackhawks, a 2020 Regina Pats team set rookie PSA 10 sold for $3,965 US in golden auction. In November, it sold for $151.
It's not funny. It's a lesson. It's a lesson that you should pay attention to. And nobody pays it. Nobody.
Well, and here's the thing. Somebody. If you love the car, if you have low numbered, they're probably pretty valuable. And if you love them, I would sell them and buy them back a year later for a tenth of the price.
I would say a tenth of the price, 10 to 20% that they would retain their value. Closer to the 8%. Okay, next question. Hanif, what's up, buddy? Dear Joshua from Minnesota, now that the Gong Show has been a hobby success.
Hold on. You missed a very important word.
Dear Sir Joshua from Minnesota.
Thank you.
Oh, dear Sir. Oh, Jesus. Dear Madam Joshua from Minnesota, now that the Gong Show has been a hobby success, what was the turning point? At what point in time did you know that the Gong Show is becoming relevant?
Is this British, cousin Phil?
No, I don't. It's some fairy tale. I need you to never, ever do that accent. It is such an American. Okay, Josh, can you answer the question?
Hanif, your question is very sweet, and it means a lot that you would think that we are A, successful, and B, relevant. I guess those are relative terms.
Yeah.
And honestly, I never imagined we'd be here today. This whole show started as a hobby with literally zero expectations. That being said, I hope we're just scratching the surface of our potential. That's my hope.
Anything to add, Louis? You good?
Nope.
All right, next question. Discord Dunks. Or from Discord, his name is Dunks. This is a vintage versus modern question. With the progression of the hobby over the years, do you like this style of cards now versus vintage? Not the sheer volume and variety, but the information included and design. To answer fairly, I would say to compare vintage O-Pee-Chee versus modern O-Pee-Chee. Paper because O-Pee-Chee paper because that will be the closest to it. You look at a marquee rookie, it's rather barren with information regarding a player. But a vintage O-Pee-Chee rookie has a little more information, even a fun fact about the featured player. Thanks, and as always, appreciate you three and this Gong Show. I agree, man. I love the old backs. That's why I love O-Pee-Chee Easter eggs. Very comfortable, very cozy vibes. Louis, what do you think?
Old backs, new fronts.
Woo! Josh?
The old backs in vintage cards are amazing. And what the only thing I could guess is that Upper Deck, either through feedback or feeling, just thought that the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, that paying artists to draw cartoons or doing a bunch of research, that nobody cares about the backs anymore. So,
but the ones that do really do, you know,
Yeah,
like it,
well-
you know.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Good question, Dunks. Next question. Ed Lister from Discord. With the cost of living increasing every month and expenses through the roof, how do the whales afford dropping huge amounts of money on cards, and how does someone with zero skills become one? I will go first. First of all, that ship is sailing for me, so my dolphin status might be going quite smaller, maybe a big mackerel or something, musky. I don't know. But money thing aside, Ed, you do not have zero skills. You don't. I've never met you, and I'm really sorry if we have met. I apologize. But I guarantee you can do something or grasp something much better than someone else on the planet, than most people. You just have to find your thing, man. And honestly, Ed, if you're 80 years old, you can still find it. You still got it. Here, I'll give you an example. I struggle greatly. Just guys, make the jokes after. I just want to be honest for a sec. I struggle greatly with basic life tasks like laundry. Honestly, man, just going to the oil change to get my oil change. Cleaning the baseboards in my house. These are very important things. Dental hygiene. Well, actually, that comes pretty natural to me. But these are non-negotiable things in my life that are important to my adulthood. And I am so bad at it. And it stresses me out every day. Okay, so why am I saying all this? Because most of the things I just said come very easy to other people, but they're important. So I do them. I guarantee you do something very well and very innately and very natural, and you're probably good at it. Maybe you don't realize it, but go make money doing that thing, or go massage that thing, go nurture that thing. And if you honestly don't think you have any skills, then you haven't tried hard enough to find them. And Ed, you can, man, you can. So go make some money. Go get a hustle, brother. Go get it. It doesn't have to be in cards. I highly recommend it not to be in cards, but go find a hustle, a legal hustle, of course. Boys, what do you think? Louis?
Wow, that just made mine sound stupid. So
Well, I don't know.
I said because they are whales, and I'm sorry, I have no path for you to whaleism. So
Yeah. Win the lottery maybe or something, or I don't know. I like landing on my own feet.
Mhm.
Josh, what do you think?
Well, I think Canada's a lot like the US in that you can, with all the problems we have and all the gripe, just or unjust, that people feel today, it's still the land of opportunity. And my two mottos I live by my life by are, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And if it is to be, it's up to me. And
Come on, rhymes. That's so you can remember it, right?
Yeah. I feel very confident in my future, not because I feel like I'm smarter, better, more talented than anyone, but, and it's, what we're trying to do here is the impossible to some regard, but I feel like I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen and do that joyfully. And I think that what holds most people back is two things from the success that maybe they dream about. And by far, the first thing is fear. It's that most people will never try because the fear of failure it's sort of a defense mechanism. Well, if I never try, then I never fail. So I never have to deal with failure. And then, some people are just lazy.
Yeah.
And don't understand what real work is. And those people tend to be the most entitled people that feel like the world owes them, or that they haven't been given what they deserve, right? Nobody deserves anything. You get what you get.
You're not
You get what
special.
You get
Sorry,
one-
I know that's harsh, but I do not feel we are all equal. I do not. There's like, I don't know. Anyways, okay. Got deep.
I mean that in an encouraging way, Ed. So, to answer your question specifically, though, if you look at our economies right now, they're largely being propped up, and the hobby for sure by the most wealthy people are just throwing money around left and right, and this is beyond. They're spending a lot of money. So, and that's what's happening in our hobby too.
Thanks for the question, Ed. We got deep. Okay, next question. Let's go. Crosby card donations. I love your name. If the three of you, or four if Dave is there, Dave is always here in spirit, had to move to another country and change jobs, where would you live and what job would you do? Minnesota and Ottawa are not options. Okay, that's a very interesting question. I think, Louis, you go ahead and answer that because you seem to answer that one pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm moving to Monaco, and I will get into cybersecurity.
That'd be a good path.
Josh, I guess I need to let you go first.
I'm moving to Romania, and I'm going to be Phil's OnlyFans manager, whatever that means, and I'm scared.
Okay, so I would move my head office to Romania. I would let Josh run my account. Okay, real answer, a little conflicting. I love winter, but I despise pure hatred for humid summers. And yes, I live in Ottawa. Makes no sense, right in the valley. So maybe Denver, Colorado, or like Boise, Idaho. I don't know. I've heard they're pretty fun, nice places to live. And my dream job would be, did he ask for a dream job? Yeah. My dream job would be to own a Greek restaurant, or completely opposite, I guess, like a batch of like 6 private cottages on a nice lake, and I would just manage them and live on the nicer one. That's it. Then I can die. I'm fine. I'd be fine with that. Yeah. All right, next question. Instagram, slightly rounded. Oh, I'm festively plump myself. What is the most impressive set or collection you've seen completed in our hobby? It would be cool and inspiring to see a regular segment highlighting collectors that actually make it to the finish line. Yeah, bro, Friday nights with Phil. I've had many collectors on. I've had many hockey card collectors on the show. Anyways, I'm one of them. 22, 23 Parker's champions. Some of the most fun I've ever had in the hobby in my entire life. And yeah, that's my answer. Josh?
Well, I've never completed like a base set, but the only set I've ever done was recently the first 30 holotypes from, was that 2 years ago now? Doesn't feel very impressive. I think the coolest thing I've seen, and it's always at the expo, it's been there for years, but it's always awesome, is the people that have all the RPAs from 2005-06 the Cup.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty impressive. Louis, anything?
No, well, I did the Parker's one like you, but I didn't do the whole thing. I just all the base stuff through the legends or whatever we can't call it.
Yeah. Next question. Zeddy D. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too, man. Merry Christmas. What particular cards do you like to pair up or complete for your PC? For example, I personally collect the Ducks and have paired up Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry's Cup RPAs, Future Watch autos, Ultimate Rookie autos, etc. Are there any cards that you would suggest adding to my PC with this strategy? I think that's a great strategy, Zeddy. I personally don't. I like to individualize my collections. Either, well, this is going to sound weird, player or team. So I do not pair my players in my boxes or my binders. But I know a lot of people do, and I do not have a suggestion for you because I do not do the thing. Louis?
Same as you.
Okay. Josh?
This is something I've actually kind of been getting more interested in because I like both Ovechkin and Crosby. And I think that there are some interesting opportunities, given that they were both the same rookie year, to have the same card from the same set of 2 key rookies. Obviously pretty spendy, so you have to be selective. But I would say like PMGs would be maybe an option, or Young Guns even, if you want to pair them up. Whatever cards speak to you, man.
All right. 2 more questions. Instagram, Calm Avenue Cards. I was thinking of sending cards to Slab Sharks. What's the lowest value card you would send in? I think Josh is a good universal answer here.
I would say like in the $10 to $15 range would be.
Why? Because
there's a minimum charge per card and you're paying at the lowest level. What is it like? There's an 80% payout rate. So you just want to make sure that you're getting some scratch for your cards. And honestly, it seems like I'm sure that that's a healthy percentage, but it's really hard to sell $10 to $15 cards easily. And so that's where, for me anyway, Slab Sharks is a big benefit. And I send all my cards there because if you have $110 cards, it could take you a year to sell those on eBay, like buy it now, where I can get rid of them all in a week and have a decent chunk of change. And so I choose the speed of sale there.
Life's too short. Round to your favor. All right. Next, last question from Twitter. We have a Twitter account? Crazy. Conscious Collector. Congrats on a great year for the pod. Oh, thanks, man. Very conscious of you. I respect how you guys grind. Are you guys really serious about not knowing about Facebook auctions? It's super easy and should be in every collector's repertoire who likes to move cards, especially lower end stuff that might not get any bids if you choose to send to Slab Sharks. Don't get me wrong, guys. For more valuable cards, I would prefer Slab Sharks. There are lots of groups, but one that deserves a shout out is True North Sports Cards Auctions. Would the Conscious Collector be the owner of that, perhaps? I've sold hundreds of cards without any issues. I'll plug you, man. Anyway. The auction's claim sale rules are simple. Plus, the group likes to give back. Every year at Christmas, they do an auction for charity. Oh, that's nice. Charity starts at home for me, though. Anyways, Happy New Year. I'll go first. I know about them, but they're not really my style, man. I don't like the format. The rules are super tight, and I think they should be super tight, but I just don't like playing in those circles. I lost an auction once because I went to take a leak, and I was very upset because I offered a lot more money than the winning bid. And then the guy messaged me privately and said, I'll tell the guy, no, if you want to pay me that. I'm like, you are not a man of honor, sir. So I just had a bad couple of experiences with it. I've heard lots of people have hit great cards. There's too much interaction on it for me. I'm out. I'm out. Even if a card cost me $10 more to buy on eBay, that's fine with me. That's fine. Louis, any thoughts about the Facebook?
Know nothing about him.
Me neither.
No. He's got a point. They are good. Anyone listening, don't go be bidding $500. Maybe dabble with $5, $10, $20 cards, what you're willing to lose. They definitely have their place. I believe they call them Razes, or, it's just a different way, different format. Not for me. But I highly recommend people wet their beak and see if they like it. All right. I think that's it.
Good job, Phil. Personal pickups.
Good job, Philly.
Phil.
Nothing. Just my Hulk Hogan impressions. Yeah.
Louis.
Nope.
Nothing. Oh. I had one.
Can't have everything. Can't have one every week. I'm trying, damn it.
That 5 packages.
I want to talk about mine because
I know, but they weren't. None of them were hockey.
Just your adult diapers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had one pickup. It's a 2014-15 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Alexander Ovechkin Tracks Parallel 2Xs PSA 10.
Imagine that, Phil. It's a PSA 10.
I know. Who would have thought, eh?
Yeah. I'm allowed to like PSA 10.
Yeah. No one said you weren't.
It's a pop one, not that it matters. The Tracks Parallel is 1 in 20 pack odds, both hobby and retail. I kind of like the pattern and shine. 2014 is the first year of Platinum. I'm really interested in the Ovi and Crosby, but this is a card that I don't know if I just bought it like a month ago, and I'm already kind of regretting it. And it's like, and I'm asking myself,
what'd you get it for? What'd you pay?
Oh, I don't know, like $120, something like that, probably.
Who cares?
But it's like, I don't know if am I going to care that I own this 6 months from now, right? And that's
aren't you getting all of them? If you're not getting all of them, why'd you buy this?
But that's the point, right? It's like, well, if I get all of them, but I don't have the golden treasures, which I could never afford, do I really have all of them anyways?
Why would you not have the golden treasure? Oh, the golden treasure. No, you don't. Listen, you don't need the 101 to get the whole set. No,
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I have so many O-Pee-Chee platinum sets with no golden treasure. That's not don't that's a little kid thing to think.
Okay, so well, let me ask you this question: if you, let's say, because I'm sure you will, when you get your Crosby,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what it looks like this.
Oh, get lost! I'm gonna throw that card.
When you get yours, and then you finally have one, and another, would you rather at that point have a second Seismic Gold or a Emerald Surge or Orange Checkers?
Well, first year there is no emerald or check.
Oh, that's right.
There's no. But I know what you mean. No, I'd rather 2 seismic golds.
See, I'm kind of thinking that too. So I got to think like what I really want to do with, because I'm really liking the 2014 Platinum set, and I need a strategy.
So 2015-16, I have 3 seismic gold Crosbys, great card, and I would definitely trade one of them for an emerald. Do you know? So maybe so I guess I'm opposite of what I just said. Shit, man, I don't know what to do.
I've got one more question for you about this, though, Phil, and then we'll move on.
What? Okay.
Did you have fun?
Oh.
If you like the episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support us, want to chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 a month donation. Join our $999 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description, our Instagram, TikTok profile, on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. Search for Hockey Cards Gongshow. We're on social media. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures, LLC. Happy New Year. Let's end 2025 on a positive note, and we'll be back, of course, New Year's Day. Baba Louie, take us out.
Bye.
It's the Gong Show, we're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire, no holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show, let's go, let's go. Wanna say them in show. So
Oh, so cute.
Ah, this is bad.